sense if you force it to.
My name is General Zod.
Welcome. I'm the motherfucking Batman, David John Lincoln, aka the Savage Bat, with my good friend Zod Writer, and this is the Bat and the Kryptonian team-up show. How you doing, mate?
Hey, it's about time, man.
Yeah.
And you know, we picked a good day for it too. Batman
Day. Happy Batman Day, everyone. Let's have a look, see who's in the chat here. Bat Dan. How you doing, mate? Socks, what's up, mate? Chad Snyderverse. Lucas Ironside. Everybody's in the house. Chad Snyderverse. Yeah. Thanks, mate. On with the show. This is it.
This is the show.
This is it. World's finest. Yeah, the Bat and the Kryptonian.
Well, we got a lot to talk about today, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah. Kneel before Zod. That's right. Yeah. The Savage Bat and Zod Writer. Well, there you go. The ultimate team up. Yeah, so, well, Snyderverse peeps, we've got, this Teen Titans Go episode. I mean, Zod, what do you think? Oh my God, I was just completely like, what the hell?
I was blown away by the entire thing. And if you are a fan of Zack Snyder at all, okay, this cartoon encapsulated everything. This cartoon was made for the fandom. This cartoon was made for the Snyderverse fandom. This cartoon was made for fans of Zack and lovers of DC. This is what it's all about. You cannot tell me that Warner Brothers Discovery is not interested in working with Zack Snyder after watching this cartoon. This cartoon was a love letter.
It's a tribute to Zack
on every level. So I mean, if you're anybody that says, "Oh, they're not going to work with Zack anymore," they don't know what they're talking about. You watch that episode because David Zaslav came in and he could have said, "No, we're not doing that. You're not gonna promote Zack Snyder because we're not working with him again." I mean, he shelved an entire DC film. He got rid of Batgirl, right? So if they weren't working with Zack, so if they weren't working with Zack anymore, this cartoon never would have happened. This cartoon is too glowingly filled with love to the fandom and to Zack Snyder.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen all of it either yet.
Oh, I have, and it's
later.
Brilliant.
Yeah, where you was just telling me a minute ago. Where it's on Twitter. Someone's posted it in bits. You said?
Yeah, they posted it in like a 2-minute increments on Twitter. And you can watch the entire episode. It's not very. See, these Teen Titans Go episodes are not very long. They're and so you're gonna get through it relatively quickly, and it is so great. What's up, Lord Koj? Yeah, again, this is one of those things, bro. That like, if you're a fan of Zack Snyder and the fandom and everything, and you have hope for the Snyderverse, all this is going to do is amplify that and make you understand that Zack is back. Seriously.
I mean, the haters were so pissed off because it's just a cat like Zack in a cartoon. I'll be brutally honest. I'm not a huge fan of the Teen Titans. I preferred the old.
Well,
the older version.
I'm a huge fan of what they did in this episode.
With that episode. Yeah.
This episode.
I've watched the main bit of it. I posted it on Facebook.
This episode has transcended the Teen Titans. There's an entire sequence in which the Teen Titans are in the Nightmare timeline and face off against Darkseid. It is incredible. And I'm gonna tell you,
I've seen that bit. It's so cool.
So many people just don't understand. And Zack Snyder himself, what did he do? He just played the kind-hearted, giving version of himself that he always plays in real life. He's the same person. It's not like he was exaggerated. This is kind of how I could see him.
Yes, Lucas.
Dealing with the Teen Titans in real life if he actually had to deal with them. It was incredible. It really was. And this episode also shouted out all of his movies from 300 to Army of the Dead to Guardians of the
I like that 300 bit. That was class.
Watchmen. Listen, Patrick Wilson himself. Watchmen, that like he was literally in the Night Owl costume. Guys, this is literally he was the Night Owl, and he became the Ocean Master and went after Jason Momoa. This episode was fantastic.
All right, I'm going to catch up and watch the whole thing now. Then I'll see if I can download it or something, or watch that on Twitter. Yeah. It's good, but I mean, what more evidence do people want than that Zach is back? You know. I know he's got his. We'll get on to that actually. I know he's got his obligations at Netflix and stuff, but I've said this before. I think that the timing of the contract at Netflix was intentional because of the merger. Zach knew what he was doing. He said, look, I'll do this Netflix stuff, but, I want to come back and finish. I want to go back and finish my thing at Warner Brothers if they'll have me back. And I think that was possibly talked about when the contract was signed, maybe. It's like, people really want this Snyderverse stuff, to Netflix, I mean. It just seems all a bit... oh, for fuck's sake. Here we go. We've got block user. Yeah, who are these people that can't... I mean, it's always the same shit every time.
It's always the same stuff about my eyes or you being fat or whatever.
Yeah, fat man. Fat man and crooked eye. That's what we was originally going to call the show, just to wind people up. It's Fat Man and Crooked Eye.
That's right. We're Fat Man and Crooked Eye, and we're still on a higher level than you all will ever be. So that's perfectly fine. Keep coming in with your fake names and stuff. Yo, what's up, Snyder Queen?
Yeah, Snyder Queen's amazing.
Gotta love Sammy, for real. Yo.
Yeah, and thank you, Snyder Queen, for helping me with the Zod logo. That was brilliant. You are the best. Couldn't ask for more. I just explained what I wanted, and she just knew. She's just like, boom, done.
Yeah, she's
she's like that. She's a magician.
She's brilliant. It's completely,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy, Beta's in the chat. You've made it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would be too long before all this business started.
Oh yeah, always. Every stream.
Yeah.
It's.
Oh, there's another one here. Block user. Yeah. Who are these people? It's got to be them. Bloody. Jarbo and all that, and it's got.
I don't know. I'm not.
I don't know.
I don't even really think it's him at this point. I don't know.
I don't know who it is.
I'm not even. I'm not even worried about it. Regardless, though, it's so ridiculous.
No, yeah, it is ridiculous. Hey, Retro is in the place.
Nerd Girl. We got Retro Nerd Girl. We got Ray in the chat too.
Yeah,
everybody's in here.
Yeah, this is great stuff. And I said in the stream, in the comments yesterday, love to do some sort of Star Wars thing, crossover, Retro Nerd Girl. I know this is a Restore the Snyderverse channel, but I think we could make an exception for that. Do a Star Wars special, because Retro's a good fan. She knows what she's talking about.
Retro, my interview with Retro yesterday was so much fun that I literally had too much to talk to her about. It was like, it was hard to settle on one thing because there was so much we could have went into. And so that's why no, I love it. I loved working with Retro.
Yeah.
And
And where
finding out.
where is Retro from? Is it New York? You've got a really cool accent. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's insulting. Or maybe I've got the wrong. Maybe I've got the wrong place. But whatever it is, you've got a cool accent. Yeah. And yeah, thanks, Bat Dan. Let's go.
Yeah, I was gonna knock out that guy, but you didn't make me a mod yet, so I could knock that person out.
Oh, I'm rather not. I have to do that.
I was ready to get rid of him.
Yeah, I'll have to sort that out in a minute. I'll get it up in a bit. But yeah, so Teen Titans Go. Nothing really more to say about that other than, what more evidence do you want? Come on, and the fact that Zach is doing this with Warner Brothers after all the hatred from Hamada and co. All that spiteful crap.
That's right.
But
it's all love here, Savage Bat. That's the reality. It's all love here, and the difference is we all want the same thing, and it's beautiful, bro.
It is. It's amazing, and this community's got it's doing really well at the moment. I was going to get onto that actually. People's thoughts on Jay Olivier's recent tweets. I think what he said obviously rubbed some people up the wrong way. But we've all said dumb shit on the internet, in the past. But what I thought was insane was people was actually attacking Jay. Because I don't get involved in these Twitter wars. I can't be bothered with it. I mean, it's very noble, people to, push back against these idiots, but I just don't give them the time of day. I try not to get involved. I spent too long doing that on Facebook for years, fighting Zack Snyder haters and all that. And it's just a waste of time, in my opinion. But, I was just wondering, for the people in the chat and you, Zod, what did you think about what he said? Yes, Retro. Yeah, what do you think about what he said, Zod?
I don't know. I feel like you got to remember who Jay is. Jay works in the industry, so he has to tread carefully. He can't go out there and actually go at another creator. Gail Simone is a creator. So when Jay went and defended Gail Simone, he was doing what these creators do. These creators essentially have to stick together. It's very rare when you see another creator go at when you see them go at each other. They don't go at each other the way the fans do. It's sort of like, I want to say it's sort of like a workplace kind of respect. It's like an industry respect that they have for one another. So you'll never hear him say, he could be critical or could disagree, but at the end of the day, if he sees her getting personally attacked over something that she said, he's going to defend her because it's an industry professional kind of a thing. So I kind of just looked at it as Jay being Jay, because a lot of times he's got a lot of things to say, and he'll scorch the earth. So I'm not really, I wasn't upset by what Jay said, and I feel
neither was I.
I feel like people need to. I think feel like people need to realize that he's an industry professional, so he has to hold up that industry professional persona, because he still works in the industry. He's not someone who, he's out of the industry and he can say whatever he wants. He has to, I can understand. I mean, people not really being comfortable or losing respect for Jay. I get it. But again, I try not to take too much stock in what people are saying when it comes to that kind of thing, because again, he's doing what he always does, which is essentially speak his mind and basically defend people that he feels that he has a reason to defend. So it's whatever. I didn't take it as hard as other people did.
Neither did I. And because it's just sort of saying things. I think that's people just getting a bit sort of sensitive and punching above their weight. I mean, who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
Well,
Jay Olivia.
It's like
what the fuck? Are you having a go at Jay Olivia for? He's been the biggest supporter of the Snyderverse fandom.
Right.
He's always been there since before the release of the Snyder Cut.
All right. It's like the troll that keeps coming in the chat, calling me crooked eye and calling you fat. It's like when people started when people started fat shaming or body shaming Gail Simone, okay, because of her snarky comments towards the Snyder Cut fandom. Jay's defending her because of that, not necessarily because of her comments per se, but just because of and then.
Definitely Snyder Cut.
Yeah, and then all
completely ridiculous.
And then all it did was show, all it did was basically all you're doing is you're giving Gail Simone, you're proving Gail Simone right when you start attacking Jay.
Yeah, what he was saying, you proved.
You go at Jay. Now you're showing. Now you're showing your rump. Going at Jay, and now
just proving his point.
And now what? You've proven his point. So now, so how can you be mad? So how can you be mad at Jay when you've just proven his point? I don't get this. You got as in a fandom like this, sometimes you got to just take the high road, and you got to see it as something that is. It's one thing for fans to go amongst themselves and fight amongst themselves. It's one thing, because that happens a lot. We go at each other. We say a lot of crazy things about other people. We go at each other. But it's another thing entirely when you start going at somebody like Jay, who's in the industry and has been a huge supporter of this fandom from the beginning. So it's kind of hard to, argue with the points Jay was making when people turn their attention to Jay and start attacking him.
I know. I thought it was ridiculous. I mean, not just like the fact that he's been a big supporter of us, but like he's wrote the storyboards for Zack's movies, and he's the director of The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and Part 2, amongst all the other work that he's done. But that particularly, for me, I've said this before, I haven't made my mind up yet what my favourite is Mask of Phantasm or The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and Part 2.
No, I love them both. I love them both. I'm with you, man.
They, for me, are the top tier animated Batman movies ever.
I love
ever in the history of the whole thing.
I'd actually love to see Mask of the Phantasm in a theater, because it's such a great...
Yeah, so would I. Do you know what I did see in theater was Return of the Joker.
Yeah, I saw which one did I see?
Over here they had a Saturday. They had a Saturday matinee.
I went with my dad a few years ago when Killing Joke came out, and we went to it was like a Fathom Events thing, and we went and saw The Killing Joke on a theater. And although I wasn't really happy with everything that they did in the Killing Joke animated movie, it was still nice seeing it in a theater like that. That was cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, The Killing Joke's a funny one because, it caused the controversy of Batman sleeping with Batgirl, which I thought was quite funny. Because what is she in her 20s, and Batman's like 40? That's not.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know, but that was another silly thing. I really, really didn't understand that. It's just stupid, but it wasn't one of the best animated Batman movies. And I really like the last DCAU, like Batman versus Robin and all that. I think that they done really well with that. It was a shame when it ended and they rebooted it. Cowards behind the keyboard. It's one thing not to agree with someone or something, but there are those who are just evil. Yeah, that's right. You take the punches because fighting back low style elevates nobody. No.
Yeah.
Oh, we got that bloody. They keep.
Yeah,
making...
I wish I could.
I'm blocking. I'm blocking them. But they just keep coming back with a new account. Yeah, and this for the most part, the Zack Snyder fandom is not as bad as everyone makes out. It's kind of sort of 90%.
They go at the fandom because the Snyder fandom has proven that they can get things done. They are forced to be reckoned with.
Definitely.
And they were able to get Warner Brothers to release something that they never wanted to release. So you're going to have that. You're going to have people that are going to constantly attack the fandom, even public figures. And the thing is, even if it's a joke, even if like what Gail's saying, that she was just kidding around and all this other stuff, it's like Gail knows what she's doing. Gail is not fooling anybody, and I think that's the whole point. But I understand though where Jay is coming from, because now they're body shaming Gail Simone over stupid fan stuff. So I get what Jay is saying, but again, I think that Jay also has to understand too, because Jay's been a part of this fandom. So I think Jay knows what we've all gone through as a fan.
He does, yeah.
So he's been there through everything. So while he wants to defend Gail Simone for the body shaming, that should be the only thing that he's defending, and he shouldn't really go too hard on the fandom, because again, he's been a part of this fandom, so he knows what the fandom has gone through. So he should. So on the one hand, you want to defend your colleague in the industry. Yeah, you want to defend your colleague in the industry. That's fine, but don't go too hard on the fandom that you're a part of. And people in the fandom shouldn't really go at Jay either, because Jay is one of us. So
he is.
He's one of us. But he's also an industry professional. So you have to balance all that out. Really.
Yeah.
You've been through enough.
The reason Jay does such good stuff is because he is a fan like us. He knows what he's talking about. And it's the same with Zach. When I had Richard St. Trone on for that episode, he was saying, like, when we was making Batman versus Superman, it was like everyone working on the set was really excited because everyone was DC fans, and they really, really wanted to. It was exciting stuff to work. And Jay's the same. He's he really is a fan, because whereas if you've been a part of this fandom, you'll know. Jay gets just as excited about stuff as we do. Absolutely. He's like, yes,
absolutely, and that's the other point. Jay is not coming at people because Jay doesn't want the fandom to look bad. Okay, and just because Gail Simone says something stupid doesn't mean that we as a fandom have to jump down her throat. We don't have to.
No, definitely.
She's the one that did something stupid. So how you combat that is by not responding and not engaging, because she's not, you know, by her doing that, she's only going to make herself look bad. It was like when Grace Randolph went off on the fandom. Remember when Grace went off on the fandom, on the Snyder, called us a bunch of cultists? You remember that?
Yeah, bloody hell, yeah. You know, and like that was really odd. And we've kind of touched, you know, everyone knows the story with Grace. When the released the Snyder Cut, you know, hype was going on, and she was interviewing Zack and all that. At the time, a lot of us, you know, we thought, oh, Grace Randolph's, you know, on our side, and you know,
she was on our side when it was convenient for her to be on our side.
Yeah, I know, but I felt, I'm brutally honest, I fell for it. Obviously, Zack did as well, but you know, her behaviour is just blatantly really disappointing, because you know, people. You know, when all that buzz was going on and she was doing the interviews and stuff, everyone was all the fans were tuned into them. And, yeah, it was just like a cheap trick. And, yeah, she didn't really, you know, care about us or Zack's movies. It was all about getting, you know, popularity for a YouTube channel. And, you know, I really hope that Zack knows that, or sees that rather, because you know, a lot of these people in the fandom, and I've noticed it a lot lately. Like with Seal and Seal's been touching on this a bit on his show. Check out Sally Abdul Wink, all of you here
absolutely in
this chat. You know what I mean? Seal Nation, Seal Nation. But yeah, it's these big Twitter accounts have sort of gone rogue, and a lot of the sort of OGs of the fandom, if you like, it's kind of sort of, you know, they're not helping. Everything I see is like a sort of negative attitude towards it. You know, we've got this new DC, as it's called, Seal and that. But you know, it's you know, like with Aquaman 2, Shazam and all that are being changed, obviously to lead up to, you know, the Snyderverse and Justice League 2 or whatever, and we're going to get Man of Steel 2. You know, Mikey was saying about, you know, it's this and stuff like that, and they're kind of being counterproductive. And that's a shame to see, because I've followed them, you know, these accounts for you. A lot of us have, and it's a shame to see them go rogue. And I was thinking about this today actually. I sometimes check out people's videos just to see what all the fuss is about, why the arguing has been going on, and it's always the same thing. They say something along the lines of, I love Zack Snyder's movies. I really want... I would go nuts if the Snyderverse was restored, but... And then they go on a thing about how bad the fans are, about, you know, trashing scoopers and stuff. And I don't see any point in it. Still keep the Snyderverse conversation... As long as it takes, I'm sure of it. Yeah, of course. Sorry, man, I can't agree. That's fine. Yeah, it's your opinion. You know, and what he did say was, you know, a bit iffy, but, you know, I think it was just, you know, taken...
I don't... Again, you got to remember that Jay is walking a fine line. He has to be careful about what he says, too. All right. I mean, like I said, if we were industry professionals, we wouldn't be able to say some of the things that we say as well, because you want to maintain a good relationship with your peers. So you're not. So he's not. It's a hard thing. He's got a fine line to walk, Jay. But yeah, I mean, I can understand people not agreeing with Jay. I can totally get Double MJ's point there.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, Jay knows what we've been through because he's a part of the fandom. So he knows, he's well aware. So, I mean, again, like I said, you want to defend Gail Simone when people are body shaming her. That's one thing, but you ultimately should defend the fandom in the same sentence. You should defend the fandom too. But like I said, my problem is when people turn on Jay. Yeah. And then wonder why, and all that does is that's proving the point. And now
Joe's point.
Now you're proving Gail Simone's point. Like, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like we're at a point now where this always happens when we're close to getting something that we want. So I just feel like, and after that Teen Titans episode, I think we have all the reason in the world to be excited as fans.
Yeah. Back then, what do you guys think of this boycott Warner Brothers crowd wants to boycott Black Adam? Well, I've never agreed to boycott from the start. I know that pisses a lot of people off. I'm all for, if you don't want to pay for something, I can't tell you what to spend your money on. Yeah, but attaching the boycott thing to restore the Snyderverse and whatever has done nothing but damage our case, because restore the Snyderverse and make the Batfleck movie, release the Eye cut, and all that is a message of peace. It's please, can you do this for us? This is what we want.
Got rid of this Batgirl movie. If that doesn't show you that what they're about, I don't know what does. Like I'm
I know. What was it? 100 million in total, I think.
I mean, come on. Like okay. So you want to boycott? So they all want to boycott until you see Henry Cavill at the end in the post-credit scene, and then people
they're gonna look pretty dumb when that happens.
Where will that boycott be then?
It'll just vanish. Do you know what I mean? And I do understand. I just don't like the hashtag. I've never have. I think it's ridiculous. It only damages our chances, because it's all the hashtags and that are just asking, please, right? And a boycott, that's attacking. You're trying to hold a
but not only is it attacking, it doesn't work unless you have unless the entire fandom does it. It won't even put a dent.
Never am I.
In anything. It's not gonna do anything. Boycotting is never a good idea unless you have the whole fandom behind it. Now, I do think, though, that there was some level of boycotting with James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, because that movie failed.
I didn't.
So I think there was some massive boycotting there, because I didn't see that in no theater.
I didn't pay for it.
Yeah. I mean,
Pirate Bay. But they're doing the right thing so far. No need to boycott. No, exactly. They're actually showing a good faith. With Ben Affleck in Aquaman 2 and things like that. And let's be brutally honest. That was leaked on purpose, that Ben Affleck was going to be in Aquaman 2. That business with the getting spotted on the set. I don't think that was a accident at all. Because it's all a part of the game.
Yep.
And boycotting Black Adam is a bad idea. It's stupid. I'm not over the moon about Black Adam. I've said that from the start. It's probably one of the best of the new things that's coming out for me, but I'm still not that hyped for it. I might be really surprised. It might be really good. But I'm definitely.
This is a great comment here, by the way. Mind if I read it?
Yeah.
I still don't get why people cling to justice, the justice version of things, when David Zaslav straight up gave an official funeral citing quality reasons amongst others. Yeah, exactly. So
that
you really think that's the thing? I don't get that either. It's like clearly Zaslav is going for quality.
Yeah,
that's why Batgirl. That alone should completely, nullify most of people's concerns. with regards to
definitely.
DC.
If they're gonna axe $100 million movie Batgirl, right? Yeah. What do you think that David Zaslav thinks?
Not
of
only
Justice
that, they're
League? With Henry Cavill's stupid face.
they're
Zaslav's watched Justice League, of course he has, and he's probably gone, "Fuck that shit. That's going straight in the bin." I like Zack Snyder's Justice League because that is quality, and I
just don't get it. I don't get the mentality. I mean, okay, bringing Ben Affleck back, doing reshoots on all of these existing movies that are supposed to be coming out to retool them to make them desirable films,
make them better.
What do you think this means? This doesn't mean that they're going to follow. If it was just about mediocrity and putting out a bunch of bogus content, then he would have kept Batgirl.
Yeah, but back then, that is a good point, and that was the reason originally no one wanted to see the Flash. But at this point, they will just find another excuse.
They don't care about. They don't care about whether Ray Fisher is back or an apology is given. The account literally put out a tweet criticizing Ray Fisher for calling people out and jeopardizing the entire the entire franchise. They called Ray Fisher out, the official account. Are you kidding me? They don't care about if Ray Fisher gets his apology. No. That's not what that account is. That's not what that account is promoting. Okay.
No, they just find another excuse. It's one thing after another with that boycott nonsense. What if Ray Fisher is in Flash before Zack can announce we're going to boycott Ray? Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is ridiculous.
But double MJ. Okay, it proves his point when he's defending Gail Simone for the body shaming comments that have nothing to do with her comments on the fandom. Okay, that's what it is. So that's how it. And when people turn on him, that's how it proves the point. That's how it does. Because she's not. You can't take anything she says. We know right now that we should not take anything that Gail Simone says with any level of seriousness whatsoever. Forget about Gail Simone. We know what Gail Simone is about. All right. She's just trying to get attention because she's irrelevant in the industry right now. So she's just trying to get attention, and she's putting out a lot of BS. Yeah. And that's what we have to be mindful of. So I don't mind people going at Gail Simone for her comments.
No,
because she deserves that. That's where that's what I'm saying, Double MJ. I'm not disagreeing with people going at Gail Simone. I'm disagreeing with the idea of now people feel the need to body shame her because of her comments with regards to the Snyderverse fandom. What does body shaming her have to do with her comments? If you want to go at her over her comments. Don't go at her over her body. That's the problem. It's like it's apples and oranges. It's two different things. If you're going to go at somebody, go at them for what they said.
Yeah.
Attack them for what they said on the basis of what they said and nothing else. And that's what Jay Oliva was defending. That's what he was defending her because of that, not because he agrees with Gail Simone's comments about the fandom. And that's that's the point that I'm trying to make. If you disagree with, the comments that she's making, go at that. Go at those comments because those comments are incorrect. Those comments are wrong. And I agree with you about that too, Double MJ. She wasn't just trolling. She says those kinds of things because it makes her relevant in a discussion that she's no longer relevant in and she's not a part of. But I just don't agree with people going at her for reasons other than her comments.
Yeah. And
I mean, what she's not, I don't, like I said, I don't agree with her. I don't follow her. I don't pay attention to her because she's proven that she speaks out of both sides of her mouth. 1 minute, she's excited and giddy over Zack Snyder's Justice League. The next minute, she's attacking the fandom and calling us all toxic. So that's
Yeah, I
where that's where my problems with Gail go. I'm not gonna attack Gail because of her body type. I could care less about that. That's not
No.
that's why then this is what people are not understanding. That's why Jay defended her because of that. Jay's not going to defend her over her stupid comments. That's not what Jay's defending. And when Jay and people are making Jay defend her even more because now they're turning on Jay. So that's
there you go,
that's what that's about.
Yeah, and I see a lot of people saying about Constantine, Constantine 2.
Yes.
Yeah, which is great news. And I really hope that, they do this crisis or final crisis, whatever it is, that he's added into that. That would be great if they introduce Constantine into Justice League 2 or 3.
Of course.
That would be so great if Constantine showed up. And just as a bit of fun, I really like Keanu Reeves' Constantine movie.
I like the concept of him being a part of the greater DCEU because what'll happen is, they'll make him more Constantine-like than he was before. He'll be more like that the true archetype of the character. And I mean, again, him showing up in the Snyderverse and helping the Justice League find Darkseid. Look, that would be incredible.
Good. And just for a laugh, because the comic version and animated version of Constantine and the TV show is British, isn't he? And the Keanu Reeves is obviously American. And I remember a few people moaning about that. But I think Keanu Reeves done a really, really good job.
They moan about everything.
They moan about everything.
That's the truth. It doesn't matter.
It's like people complaining about this Little Mermaid being black. Where's the outrage that Constantine ain't British? Come on. You can't have it both ways. Why aren't you arguing over that? Constantine's from Manchester, not America. I think it's Manchester anyway. Something like that. But I've been taking a step back from social media recently. Just sort of going on, posting a little bit and then leaving. Because this like this Black Little Mermaid thing is just crazy. I mean, what he's saying, it's like middle-aged men fighting over the Little Mermaid.
Over Little Mermaid, like that's your
what?
Like, is the demographic for this Little Mermaid movie white middle-aged men? I don't think so.
Yeah.
So why are you so upset about it? That's the thing. Like, to me, I'm looking at it like this. She has a beautiful voice. She looked good in the trailer. The trailer looked cute. I don't understand why people are
hey baby girl
are going like that. It's ridiculous to me. Like, just let it go. Like, it's not that serious.
Yeah, I saw a really funny meme. I'm not sure if it was from like a sort of racist group or it was satire, but it was the Confederate flag with a picture of the white Ariel, and it said stop taking our heritage away or something. I thought, what?
No. The funniest one I saw, and I mentioned this yesterday.
What the fuck?
The funniest one I saw was the Martin Luther King biopic starring Mel Gibson. That's the funniest one I saw. I was like, "Are you serious?" Like,
yeah,
wow. That's a historical figure. Okay, yeah. Ariel, the Little Mermaid, is a fictional character and is open for interpretation.
Yeah, it is. And
I also said this: if you want to really get technical and scientific about the Little Mermaid, Ariel and mermaids would have darker skin because they are closer to the equator.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just saying closer to the Caribbean and
yeah,
areas where mermaids would actually historically reside. If it was so, obviously a mermaid would have darker skin. I'm just saying. I don't understand this obsession and this like, these people that want to just dig in and complain about everything. It proves that the internet was a mistake. Social media was a mistake, and people have entirely too much time on their hands. That's all it proves, bro. Like,
definitely. But
find something to do. Get a hobby.
Getting ridiculous now.
Get something to get into. Chase success and find something to better yourself and better your life, so that you're not concerned with things like Ariel's skin color from The Little Mermaid.
Yeah,
Who cares, bro?
And
who cares?
I saw a really funny tweet from a black girl in America, and it said, after throwing us in the ocean, and now you find it weird that mermaids are black. Like, it's a bit of a savage joke, and I think,
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna take my girlfriend to see Little Mermaid. Day one, we're gonna go.
I'm gonna go and watch it now, just because of the ridiculous fighting on Facebook and Twitter.
I don't even care. And I'm excited.
Marcus, Neo 7's in the place.
In the theater, I'm gonna watch it. I don't care. I think it's amazing. I think she's gonna be great in it. She definitely has Halle Bailey is her name, and she definitely has a beautiful singing voice, and she's gonna do the part justice. And people, I think, are gonna be blown away by her performance.
Yeah.
And then maybe they won't be so blinded by goofy, because her skin tone is 2 shades darker than the original.
No, I know. And I saw the videos of like little black girls and black people watching it and going, "Wow, the Little Mermaid's black," and these kids that this is aimed at, are really happy about it.
Bro.
They're like, "Wow, she looks just like me."
I saw those videos.
No, it's really moving, and then you've got 50-year-old white guys fucking complaining about it. Fuck off.
Right, bro. Like, bro, you brought it up. That was so beautiful. Seeing those little kids, those little
going, "Wow, she's black." I thought, "Oh, that's really, really nice."
Oh my god, yeah, I'm with you 100%. I saw that, and I'm like, you know what? This is why this was necessary. This is what people need. This is what kids need. I'm like, you know what? Okay. And here's my problem too. If you want the original Little Mermaid, you want the original cartoon, it's always going to be there.
Yeah, go watch the old one.
Nobody's taking it away from you.
No.
And to add to that, did you see the deep fake that China did, where they replaced?
Yeah, got really big trouble over that.
Did you see how much trouble that caused?
Yeah, that was absolutely ridiculous.
That China is literally going to replace Halle Bailey with a new actress that looks white with the shiny red hair like the Ariel from the cartoon. It's ridiculous, bro. So I guess those middle-aged or 50-year-old white men that are complaining about Ariel can watch the Chinese version of the movie if they feel that compelled.
Yeah. I mean, we're going a bit off subject to this, but it's just ridiculous.
No, but it's a very topical thing to talk about. People are really going nuts about it. Going nuts about it. It's not something that's a joke. Like, these people are really angry and up in arms over it. Yeah. I mean, it would be a sick joke, but it's like some of these people are acting like they're ready to storm Disney offices over this Little Mermaid thing, bro. It's terrible.
No, it's absolutely ridiculous.
What did you lose? Your You lost your batarang? What's going on, bro?
Yeah, no, it's all right. Don't worry. Lighter. But yeah, and moving on from that, I've noticed the hate going up a little bit for David Zaslav, even though he's giving everyone what they want and all that. And,
well, he's trying to.
He's trying to. He's trying his best, and what they've got to do is, obviously, they're spending a bit of money on making these movies better. But what they're gonna need the money from those movies, to make the Snyderverse movies. So if you're hating on Zaslav and hating on the movies or want to boycott them, it's actually going to lower the chances of the Snyderverse being restored. Because if Warner Brothers Discovery haven't got any money, then they ain't going to be able to make any more movies.
Nope. That's true. that is true, bro.
It's as simple as that, really. And so, boycotting these movies, it's personal preference. If you don't want to watch them, don't watch them. But it's going to kind of counterproductive. If Keanu in the Snyderverse, that would be awesome. That's such a cool movie, the original Constantine. Way ahead of its time. God, I remember buying that from Blockbuster, ex-rental. Yeah, so it was that long ago. Still in the works. I hope not. No, I think that the J.J. Abrams stuff's a lot of it's been cancelled. I think HR4. Mikey Sutton done a post today in Geekosity about that. I think it was today or yesterday. Check that out. Thought this new area is chill. Nice voice too. Yeah, I'm sure she'll. Hello, Anthony. Nice to see you here, mate. Good man. Besides, the original movie is awful. I don't mind it. It's got some good songs on it. Under the Sea. That's a bit of a classic. Yes, we're all good, Anthony. The Snyderverse is good.
It's all about, with that Little Mermaid stuff, it's all about demographic. Who is the movie being made for? Who is it being marketed
they do,
to?
baby girl, they do.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I just really don't get it. I mean, I can understand with sort of iconic characters like, say, Bruce Wayne or Clark Kent.
No. One better. If Ariel was a real person, like if she was a real human being, she was a historical figure, like Martin Luther King, like the example I used earlier. You can't get Mel Gibson to play Martin Luther King.
No, I think Christian Bale would probably do a good job. I can imagine him pulling that off as well.
Oh my god!
He could do anything. No, but and it is time, for to make changes to things. We've talked about this before. It's just there's certain characters, just leave them alone. But there's other characters in the superhero genre, that it wouldn't harm if they changed the race to them and things like that to mix it up.
Hey, like I said, I'm still gonna see it. I don't care. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna watch the movie and I'm gonna enjoy it. all because of all this negative hype. I don't care. I think it's going to be great. For real.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, let's go. Midnight screening.
For real. Yeah, straight up.
Over 40s only. Get a tour bus full of us all to go and see the Little Mermaid. Yeah. There's African folklore that talk about mermaids. I wish they would use those stories because they seem more interesting. Yeah, I understand that as well. That was it Skin of the Sea? I think it was called. I saw someone talking about that today, about a black mermaid. Yeah, we could have done that. I understand that. That would have made more sense. But I'm cool with it. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
And the Savage Bat has got full support of the Black Little Mermaid. Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna promote
the fuck out of this now.
We're gonna talk to Snyder Queen about creating creating like a little button for us to put on our streams. That we support. Yeah. We support the new Little Mermaid.
Yeah,
we support. Totally. Totally, bro. Totally.
Definitely.
Yeah, 100%. Like, give me a break. People just need to chill and calm down.
Yeah, the kids' reactions were beautiful. That really moved me.
Oh my God.
I really, really thought that was great. And there's a funny one as well. It's a black woman, and she was like, "Oh my God, she's black." I thought that was classic. And that's just it's good. And it brings us to this that China deepfake is some nasty stuff. Yeah, it is, but what can you do? I think it's over that now. I think it's
over 1 million dislikes.
It's like 1.6 million dislikes.
Over 1 million middle-aged white people disliked that trailer. It's so funny to me. Like, wow.
Yeah, bro. I know, and I saw comments from black people, and they're going, "Why do people hate us so much?" By the way, we don't. It's just some dumbasses. Probably from some place in Southern America, in the South, that are disliking it.
But over 1 million dislikes, that's insane, bro.
That's just ridiculous. I think it's 1.6 million the last time.
1.6 million. That's like a.
But you know who it is, though. It's bloody.
That's a town, bro. Like
it's bloody white supremacists. Bloody Confederate fag idiots that are doing it. Do you know what I mean? Don't get it mixed up. The whole world of white people do not hate the idea or hate black people.
It's like listen,
that's just fucking ridiculous.
Oh my God, bro! Terrible.
Between Black Adam, Shazam 2, The Flash, Aquaman 2, which are you most excited for? Probably Black Adam because of Henry Cavill. Just a little cameo. I'm not fussed either way about the movie. I might be surprised by it, but The Flash, after, I wasn't going to watch The Flash because of the whole Ray Fisher business and all that. But now they're making steps with this new Warner Brothers, new DC. I will give it a chance. And, I think but I couldn't give two shits about Shazam. I didn't like the first one, so I probably not going to like the second one. And Aquaman 2. The comments from Jason Momoa and Ben Affleck saying, Jason Momoa saying it was really funny. Kind of put me off a little bit. Not really a great fan of the comedy stuff. It might be really good though. But I'd say Black Adam and The Flash, really. And fingers crossed Shazam might be good. They might have fixed the problems with the first one. But I really, that is a movie that I really dislike, is Shazam, the first one. I really don't like that at all. I thought the padded suit was ridiculous. I just thought the whole thing was ridiculous, really. So Jeff Johns bloody crap. I'm not down with that. People like that, it's fine. It's fine if you like that, but definitely not for me. My issue with the original Little Mermaid is sells her soul for his horny for it just disturbs me. Well, that's another conversation, but yeah. Yeah. It's the same people hating on Zaslav for the same people who clown Snyder fans for thinking he was their friend. These same people whine about toxic fandom, but have no problem going after that.
Oh yeah, the amount of death threats and total inconsiderate and rude, inappropriate comments we've seen with regards to David Zaslav over these past few months has been insane.
I've been watching it on Facebook, and it's really disappointing to see some well-known critics and people, people in the industry as well, making out that he's racist.
Zaslav is a racist because he doesn't care about your crappy Bat Girl movie that is just where you have a bunch of activists who aren't even fans fighting for this Batgirl movie. That's all it is. That's not. They don't even care about Batgirl. They
don't care about Batgirl.
They're not watching. They're not going to watch that. Wouldn't have watched that movie anyway.
No, it's all again just something to get annoyed about.
This is what Zaslav is about. Zaslav is about making money, and he knew that movie wasn't going to make money.
Yeah, and not just make the money. He said about protecting the brand.
Yep, that
if you put a shit movie like Batgirl out there, it damages the other movies. It's not rocket science. If you're going to release crap, people are going to see that, and then they're going to think, maybe I won't go and see the next film because that was shit. Do you know what I mean? And that's what Zaslav wants to avoid. He wants everything to be high quality. He's already said he wants to focus on quality stuff and cinema releases. He wants those $1 billion, the Marvel money. That's what he's chasing. That's why he's got Mike DeLuca. That's just, and Pam Abdi. Mike DeLuca's had massive success at Marvel, and it's clear that that's what he wants. Because at the end of the day, he just wants quality stuff. That's going to make those $1 billion.
That's right.
Why do you think the Batman movie is not coming out for a while now? Because it didn't hit $1 billion.
It was trash.
Yeah, it was. I liked it. I said this. I liked it the first time I watched it, and then that was it. I watched it again. I was like, I probably won't ever watch that again now. Like, no rewatch value at all.
That's what everybody said. Everybody who likes it says the same thing. I probably won't watch it again because it's not good. It's mid.
I won't. It's really lame.
If it was good, you would watch it again.
I know. And I just done a little wind-up post yesterday saying I crave attention by praising shit movie starter kit and put the picture of The Last Jedi and the Batman. I was just trolling for a laugh. But, it's one of them things where people was defending the Batman leading up to it. It was the same old crowd that, hates Snyder fans and hates Zack Snyder's movies. But once this movie was actually released, it was too late for them to go back on it. So they just carried on saying, "Oh yeah, I really love it. It's great. Yeah, it's got some great cinematography. Gotham looks great, but it's not a great movie. Come on, people. You know what I mean? He's got to own up to this one. It is Christian Bale. Yeah, it would be great. Dear. So we shouldn't race talk. We'll go and watch one of them other multiple versions of the movie with white people if that's all you care about. Yeah. No, over 40s only. Yeah, definitely. We could, that could be a massive exodus to go and see The Little Mermaid. Zaslav received death threats. None of those people were even held accountable. It's always Snyder fans. Snyder can't even defend themselves in movies and a director without being vilified. Yeah, that's always been the case. But, I respect people that want to, go on Twitter and fight with these people. But I personally think that it's a waste of time.
At this point. I mean,
it really is a waste of time. You're fighting people that are just trying to get a rise out of you. Very noble of you, but I just think it's pointless.
That's all Gail Simone was trying to do because she's so
get a rise out of people.
She's so irrelevant that she's got to start stuff, to make herself feel important, and that's what everybody's giving her. Everybody's giving her attention by body shaming her and turning her into a victim. So what people aren't understanding is when they do that, they're playing right into these people's hands.
Yeah. I remember the coolest race swap with Batman 89 with Billy D. Williams, Harvey Dent. Really wanted to see him at Two-Face. Saying that was a tragedy, but that again, that was Warner Brothers fucking with the script and making it for kids. Michael Keaton said, I'm not having any part of that. So did Tim Burton. Again, Warner Brothers fucking everything up. Not new Warner Brothers, old Warner Brothers.
Yeah, old Warner Brothers.
Old Warner Brothers.
Old Warner Brothers.
Old. And it's not the first time. They did it with Superman, with the Rich Donner as well. Why? There's a comic of that, Lord Kojay. I've not read it yet, but I would like to see it. And it finishes off the story with Billy D.
Yeah. You're talking about Batman 89, the comic.
The comic, yeah. I've not read it yet, but apparently that's really cool.
I've actually read a few issues. I got up to the point where Billy D. Williams was about to become Two-Face, but I don't think I read any of the issues beyond that. But it's pretty awesome. Yeah,
I'll be interested in seeing that. That was a bit of a letdown, but to be honest with you, in Batman the Animated Series, I don't know if it was, but I thought that Two-Face was dark-skinned in that as well.
Right, they were going for a more Tim Burton-esque version of Two-Face. So the character is more. It's kind of left up to interpretation if he's, based off of the Billy D. Williams version, or if he's more just, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, he kind of is. He does have the look where he's a little bit more. He's a little bit darker, skin toned. Yeah, so maybe. Yeah, he definitely wasn't based off of Tommy Lee Jones' version.
No, 100%. I think Lex Luthor was the same as well in Superman the Animated Series and Justice League. He didn't look very white to me. Speaking facts. Funny how dislikes are hidden, but they allow us to be known. Yeah. Some like exposure, either negative or positive. Shaking my head. Yeah, that is weird. It has 1 million likes too. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It has over 1 million dislikes and 1 million likes. The Little Mermaid. Yes. Teaser.
Yeah. Yeah. Just catch up with the chat a little bit.
So that's right, folks. Me and Savage Bat will be here every Saturday. to chat with y'all about various topics in regards to this stuff. It's going to be lots of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great. What's that? What's the first one? It's a kind of directionally coming of age movie. Hopefully, the sequel has a more focused story. Yeah, well, Zaslav wants connectivity, so maybe, but
maybe
not possibly.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Probably.
I didn't really like Aquaman once. No, I do like Aquaman. Visually, it was great, but there's some dumbass comedy in it. Again, I didn't really like, and that awful song as well in it. It just sounded like a Disney movie to me. How good Ezra is in this movie. Good enough for WB to work with Ezra though. All this controversy, yeah. Really hoping the best for Ezra Miller.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
That girl looked lower than the CW. Yeah, 100%. It was terrible. Protecting the brand. Exactly, Snyder Queen. Yeah, Sadly notices why you're fighting there, and you see that you are fighting. Yeah. Thank you. Outside the knife. Appreciated. Sick of Snow's been told for years that we need to be better, be held accountable, cleaner at the same energy was never shown to the people who are actually toxic. Yeah, well, I've been dealing with the
Snyder fandom have always been the underdogs. What can you do?
Yeah, and like you said earlier, it's we made things happen. And that upset a lot of people, especially in the industry. It upset a lot of critics. It
upset a lot of industry professionals. So let's be honest.
It did. It really caused a lot of trouble for people, and in general made them look really stupid because they was all saying. It doesn't exist and things like that, and they all got proven wrong, and they're still bitter about it now. I'm friends. I'm friends with a lot of people, in this sort of movie stuff, critics and things like that on Facebook, and I see, they've still not let go of it. Even the ones that loved Zack Snyder's Justice League is still bitter that we got what we wanted. And,
right, exactly.
Which is so sad, really, because we made history. We've released the Snyder Cut, and we're going to do it again. We've restored the Snyderverse. David Zaslav is listening. Everyone knows that Snyder fans are bonkers, and we pay for our movies. We specifically pay. We make sure we pay. And David Zaslav knows this, and he wants the money. I know people that go to see Snyder movies 5 times, buy 3 or 4 copies of the movie itself. And, Zaslav wants that money. So, and that's the end of it, really. And, where yeah, I'm a bit behind with the chat. Oh no, I'm not. Yeah, so I think we might as well wrap that up there. We'll do a little short one, if that's all right with you, Zod.
That's fine. Sounds good. I'm about to go grab something something to eat, so that works well for me. And we're gonna do this again next week.
Yeah, we'll do a bit longer next time. Try and aim for about 2 hours if we can. But we've set the tone now. This is the Bat and the Kryptonian. Restore the Snyderverse catch up. And tomorrow I'm doing a multi-stream with guests from the fandom, and it's going to be every weekend at about the same time, as long as it don't conflict with other Seal Nation channels. I may have to move it around a little bit sometimes. So it'll be me and Zod on the Saturday, and then a multi-stream on the Sunday, about the same time. And obviously you're welcome to come to that as well, Zod.
Sounds great. Sounds great, bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. And same bat time. That's right. Let's quickly see these comments. Awesome stream. Thank you very much, everyone. Same bat time, same bat channel. Yeah. I think Trey will be getting me for copyright on that one. He says that.
Well, hey, Trey, check this watch.
Trey, check this watch. Yeah. Oh.
There, he'll catch us on the replay. So yeah, watch.
Got lots of stuff coming up with Delta Squad on the Bat channel in the future as well, with Star Wars stuff. Obviously with Cassian Andor coming up, so keep an eye out for that on the Bat channel. And really excited about that. Really excited for Andor. Really can't wait for that. So got lots of stuff coming out now. I'm closing down for the summer, and it's just focusing on YouTube, social media, and restoring the Snyderverse. Right, thank you all for coming. Yeah, that was cool. Wow. Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you soon. Much love. Batman out.